Hi, I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is the Content Inc. podcast. 5 minutes every Monday for content creators who desire to be content entrepreneurs. I hope all you listeners in the States had a wonderful Thanksgiving with friends and family. I know I did. If you are an ongoing listener of this podcast, you know that I've been ranting about content creators' over-reliance on outside platforms for consistent audience and revenue growth. I remember in 2014, I was doing some side consulting with a friend who worked at a large technology company at the time. You'd know the name of it. They had a large and growing community on Google+. They poured millions of dollars into it. And my contact there was concerned about the long-term viability of Google+, as rumors were spreading that Google might actually kill it. So we came up with some ideas about how we could move that audience over to this company's email newsletter. We did that through some downloadable research and a few ebooks, and it worked pretty well, but we didn't have enough time before the bad news came. Google was shutting down the entire operation. It was a heartbreaker for the content team at this organization. They tried to move what they could over to their LinkedIn group, actually, another rented platform, but it just didn't take. And now we're seeing this in real time happen with Elon's Twitter. And personally, I think Elon will want to figure out a business model to save his own $27 billion invested. But I believe the future of Twitter is probably not as a social network that we use it for today. It'll most likely be as a payment system. And if you follow James Altucher, he's been talking about this for quite some time. Elon comes from digital payments, PayPal, of course, and there's really no good system right now for crypto payments, at least from what I know about. Regardless, Twitter is rented land. And a lot of people that I know are sort of taking a pause or a wait and see attitude with Twitter until we understand what the business model may actually be. I've said a similar thing regarding TikTok on this podcast, as you know about. I believe ultimately TikTok will be banned in the United States, so there's that. And then let's look at podcasts. Podcasts are great, right? But still, distribution is really controlled by two companies, Apple and Spotify. So what are you as a content creator to do? I subscribe to A Media Operator, which is a great newsletter from Jacob Donnelly, and he was talking about this very issue recently. Now, take a listen here to what Jacob has to say. He says, "This is why I have long believed every media company should start as a newsletter. From the beginning, you are building something you control. While we can't control if platforms change their inbox strategies, the simple fact that we can push content gives us a significant leg up. Of course, blasting a tweet doesn't guarantee anyone can see it. And good luck if you think Facebook will send you traffic these days. The game must be converting traffic into an owned audience. I love SEO. It's where I got my start, but I'm not deluded into thinking I can depend on Google forever. Keyword interest changes, and upstarts attempt to capture the top positioning. But if I convert users from Google into an owned audience, I become less reliant as time goes on." Jacob goes on to say, "I started this by saying we couldn't depend on platforms anymore. Maybe we never could. But for a solid decade, many media operators thought they could build a sustainable business on the backs of the platforms. Those days are dying. Owned audiences are the future, like they always should have been." Back to Joe now. "It's been 100+ years of media models, and the truth remains. If you want to be successful as a media company, as a content creator, you have to control your distribution. Right now, the best game in town is doing that through your email newsletter. So in 2023, take special care of your newsletter. If you don't have one, you probably should get one. Like it or not, it's going to be the center of your content business. By all means, leverage other platforms, but don't rely on them to build your content business. Good luck."